All right, every summer, for more than a decade, the women who serve in Congress and the female journalists who cover them face off in a softball game for charity. The game began as the result of a congresswoman's battle with breast cancer and her determination to raise money and create awareness. Well, our Washington correspondent, Cassie Simeon, is making her rookie debut tonight. I don't know what position you're playing, but it's so nice to see you not in your suits and your anchor dresses, and you're there just playing the game, girlfriend. What can we expect from you tonight?
Well, I'll be behind home plate tonight catching for CNN's Brianna Keeler. She's our pitcher. We've been practicing for weeks now, getting ready for the game, but it's hard to believe this stadium will be filled with thousands of visitors to raise money for breast cancer. So, of course, I'm feeling a little bit nervous. I'm not going to lie. I have a little bit of butterflies. So I figured since I'm a rookie, I should sit down with someone who's an old pro at this game. So I sat down with Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz, who co-founded the game back in 2009 after her own diagnosis.
Nice. Florida Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz has always had a soft spot for softball.
I wouldn't say I'm super jock, but I love softball.
For a few hours each week in the spring and early summer, you can find Wasserman Schultz on the softball field. But this isn't a rec league. It's the Congressional women's softball team.
We are very competitive. The women members, no matter whether you're a Democrat or Republican, we're one team. We're Team Congress in this game.
Every year, the Women of Congress play the Women of the Press Corps to raise money for the Young Survival Coalition, a nonprofit supporting women facing an early life breast cancer diagnosis. The annual game has raised $3.7 million since it began in 2009. The cause is a personal one for Wasserman Schultz, who went for her first mammogram at 41.
It didn't have any evidence of cancer, but it showed calcification, so that kind of raised my antenna. And like 3 months after my clean mammogram, I was doing a self-exam in the shower because I knew I needed to pay attention to my breast health, and I found something that had not been there before.
It turned out to be cancer, and as an Ashkenazi Jewish woman with a history of breast cancer in her family, her doctor encouraged her to get a genetic test. It was positive for the BRCA2 gene mutation, making her more likely to develop not just breast cancer, but ovarian cancer.
I went from only needing a lumpectomy and radiation to having 7 surgeries over the course of 15 months, a double mastectomy and oophorectomy and the associated surgeries with that. And thank God, 16 years later, I'm cancer-free.
The Florida Congresswoman kept her battle with cancer private until she was cancer-free. Then she turned her private pain into public advocacy.
I went to Joanne Emerson, who's a Republican woman member at the time, friend of mine, and I said, hey, let's, by then I had shared my story, and I said, we should start a women members game and play for the Young Survival Coalition.
The first game was a matchup between the Women of Congress and their staff. The next year, the members faced the Women of the Congressional Press Corps, and a tradition was born.
What I hope my legacy is that we saved lives, that we helped women who are always focused on everyone else but themselves to be able to spend a little time thinking about their own breast health, about taking care of themselves.
And you can see the beginning of the preparations for tonight's game. All of these people are volunteers, which of course we're so thankful for their time for this meaningful cause. The Press did beat the members last year 15-9, reclaiming the trophy. So we're hoping to bring home the trophy again tonight, Giselle.
Take no prisoners, Cassie. I know you're going to knock it out of the park, literally and figuratively, for such a great cause. Thank you so much. Have fun. We'll be checking in to see if you're a winner. But either way, you're a winner for a good cause. Thanks, Cass.